welcome to episode 4 of Queen Boss Corner, the podcast. I am here with my beautiful sister.
Hey everybody.
Miss Vannita. And so we are here, y'all. We are excited. We're happy. We're happy that you're here to join us. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you for tuning in to all the other episodes if you've done that. First, we're going to start off with a disclaimer here. Okay, so we're going to start off by saying we had sex before marriage.
Yep.
And we curse.
Yep.
However, Jesus still loves us. And he still loves you. Okay? And we are a work in progress. So we're going to end that disclaimer with that. Okay? Moving right off it. So today we are going to talk about purpose-driven. Being purpose-driven in your life. And there is a quote that I seen that I absolutely loved when I was watching our amazing pastor,
Right.
Bishop Bronner. Shout out to Bishop Bronner. So there was a quote that he gave by Charles Davies, and it says, "One who moves closer to Jesus as a learner, follower, and lover together with other disciples. To make disciples is to make disciples of Jesus and not ourselves." So that's what Charles Davies defines discipleship as. And I think that's awesome because that's really what it's all about. It's about helping each other. It's about encouraging each other. And I don't want you to be like me. I want you to, do the things as Jesus does things. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the one that you guys should be looking at, who you should follow, and, stuff like that. I don't mind being like a role model, but again, we're all still works in progress. So I just think discipleship to me is just helping others, not judging, knowing where others are, and helping them get to their purpose and where they need to be. I think it's extremely important. It's not just about being in church and getting all fat off of the word and then going to work the next day and not saying nothing to nobody. No, it's not about that. It's about speaking to other people, being there for other people, and
Being active.
right, and putting that out.
Everyone has a passion. Your passion turns in your career. You make, what I'm saying, lucrative money from it, whatever the case may be. But when doing that, just know how to give back. You know what I'm saying? And staying in your lane of being a disciple of God and knowing your purpose. Like, Lauren Lennon said, she don't want to miss her mark. And some people tend to miss their mark because they get lost in the sauce. And they so driven on the money about it and not about, just giving back. Because if it wasn't for God, you wouldn't have what you have, So just always just be mindful. Just really be mindful. Stay humble. Really stay humble. Humble discipline, But then again, too, that goes back to just, just walking in his favor and, being a child of God. When you do that, I feel like it just makes things easier. I know people may feel like, she kind of like, repeats herself or, you make it sound easy, but like we said before, we grew up in the church, right? And, I grew up in church, but just because I grew up in church doesn't mean I knew. And what I can say is, and my sisters, they'll tell you, they used to laugh at me all the time. I used to cry. I'm talking about, I used to cry so merciful. My foster mom used to just be like, what's wrong with her? And sometimes she crying out, she crying for help. And it was just, I knew that at a young age I had a connection with God. For these few next probably episodes, you probably won't see me maybe today just because
Look at God.
You are.
That's because
I am a prime example of walking in my purpose. I knew a long time ago I should have, taken this path and just be more just self-aware of being a woman, not tearing myself down. I've been through a lot of things that a lot of women have been through. So, walking in his purpose, it makes life a little bit easier. Is it difficult to do? Of course. But
it's worth it.
It's worth it. Walking in his purpose, you gain a different type of friendship with people. Your circle becomes smaller.
Very small.
It's not big at all. Some people gonna say you selfless. Some people gonna say you selfish. People gonna say a lot of things about you when you walking in the purpose of God. You have pastors, you have prime examples. They say it all the time. You know, they give their testimony. You got people, and it's true. You gonna be that black sheep because they don't get it. They probably gonna feel like it's an act. But what I know is that God sent me here to say this for a reason, and I'm just here to be a messenger. And me being a messenger, I walk in His purpose, and I'm one of His disciples, and that's what it's all about. It's just doing what you're supposed to do. Even right now, saying this, my throat is damn near closed, but I know that it's something that I need to say. Just because there's people that's older like me that they feel like people don't understand them, or they feel like I want to be a believer, but society still say I gotta be religious. No, baby, you don't gotta be religious. It ain't about being in a cult. It's about a relationship. It's not being in a cult. It's not being about being in a group. It's about having a relationship with the higher power. If y'all could believe in such, y'all could believe in anything else. Believe in that. Believe in that. What God said about your purpose is your purpose is your life.
Believe in why you're
here. Your purpose is your life. And you have the choice to either do good or bad with it. And when you do, all you doing, if you choose bad, is you deteriorating your generational wealth. And that becomes a generational curse. And that's what we don't want. We want something better. We don't want men to just have kids with women because you got money. What the fuck does that mean? When you raising fucking bastard kids. Make that shit make sense. And I'm cursing because I'm aggravated. And I'm on myself. And I got friends that think that that shit is okay to settle with. It's not okay. It's not okay. Woman, it's not okay to pimp yourself out. It's not okay. Because when shit hit the fan, all we gonna do is keep producing the same thing. And then get mad when another race talk about us. Baby, us as black people, we gotta do better. And you can't do better if you can't walk in your purpose. Like, it's all go back to your purpose.
And my whole thing is like getting to your purpose really just starts with making that decision to do better and to make different kinds of decisions in your life, surround yourself with different types of people. And that's really how you get to it, because I get people to ask all the time, like, walking into your divine purpose. The book is about my journey walking into my purpose. It's an actual journey. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's, God working on you, changing the people around you, changing your heart, changing how you view things, how you handle things. Like, it is an actual journey, like
it is
getting to your purpose, and it's so worth it. Is it easy? No, but it is so worth it. And yes, I've been laughed at. I have everything that everybody said I would never have, and shout out to God for that. And He's letting everybody watch. Yeah. Shout out to God. So all the glory goes to Him, period. And that's why I'm here, just to let people know, like, hey, been in a dark place. I understand that. I used to tell people, I was angry with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, at a time in my life where I was just straight angry about what was going on in my life, and I was very angry with God. That's it. I know what that feels like, so that's why we're here. We're here to just let you know, hey, we were in this dark place. This is what we did to get out of it, and this is how it was easier for us to step into our purpose.
And it comes with having faith, but that comes with not just saying faith, but actually
faith without works is dead.
Walking, placing action with that, and really saying, okay, I'm literally going to give this to God. I know that it's out of my hands, and
let go, let God.
And with that, when you let go and let God, you really have faith and you move forward that, it's out of my hands. I believe in Him, and He will produce what it's supposed to be for me, as He always does.
What's for you is for you. Let's just be clear on that. Like, when you understand season, and I talked about this in the last show, when you understand season and how God works, what's for you is for you. Nobody can take that from you. The only person that can mess that up is you.
Because we all got choices.
It's nobody else. Everybody has free will. Everybody makes their own choices. You're free to do whatever you want to do. But every choice that you make has a consequence. So if that's something that you want to deal with, that's you. I'm not here to tell people how to live their lives or what they should do and shouldn't do. I'm just telling you how I live my life. You can either take that and learn from it and try to do something in your life or not. That's totally up to you. And God is not going to come down here and make anybody do anything. Everybody has free will. Free will is very profound. When you really think about free will, it can alter your destiny. It can alter your life based on the decisions that you make. So what I want to say is, get to your purpose. Focus on positive things. Be around positive people. Speak positivity over yourself.
Yes.
You have a purpose. God created you for a reason. You know, and there's a scripture in the Bible which I'm not the in John 5 I ain't heard. You know what I mean? But God does talk about our purpose and how he created us. He formed us in the womb. Like he had a purpose for us. When you were being formed in your mother's womb, you had a purpose.
Yeah.
So all you need to do is ask God, hey God, you know what? What is my purpose? Show me my purpose. And God is going to show you. And if you're listening, you'll get it.
Just decide to steer in the other direction, and that's a choice.
Again, that's a
free
choice.
will.
If you want to see what he's showing you, great. If not, that's fine too.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
I've been there, and that's why I'm able to, talk about it now, cry about it now, because I've been there where I know I shouldn't do something, but that feeling.
Right.
That feeling says something different.
What are you telling me?
That feeling saying, forget what your conscience say. We gotta do what we want to do,
So, but yeah, and it's also important to trust, having trust in God, faith in God, and obedience.
Now, obedience comes with discipline. Now,
Obedience is a
listen
struggle.
to your temptation.
Obedience is a struggle. Obedience is a struggle. Your girl's working on it right now. Okay, let's be clear.
That's me.
Clear as day. But again, it's all par for the course.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I tell people. It's par for the course.
And
So,
for me, I feel like, my biggest battles. Me, single Vannita by myself, you could do it all. I feel like when you want a companionship and you want to partner with somebody, that's the biggest challenge. And that's going to test your faith, and that's going to see how godly that you are.
that's going to test your faith. That's going to test your gangster.
And like I said, it's going to test how godly you are, because it's a challenge to say, okay, I can walk in his faith in 100%. Because when it's you, it sounds great, but when you're dealing with somebody else, it's that challenge of your past. And
You gotta have compassion for them.
each topic that we talk about, it literally steers in the same direction. You have like this core. You got this tree and you got all these branches, and they all come together with the leaves. When everything falls off, you just got that rooted piece. And that's the piece that brings you back to reality. Either you can do it or you can't. And that's why I said I'm gonna go back to women. You gotta really love yourself, people. Like, I don't know how much I can say it. Like,
It's hella important.
No matter, we can talk about your faith, your purpose, it all goes
You gotta
back to
love
your
yourself.
self-love. You do that first, you self-evaluate, you can gain that faith in God. You can gain that strength to see what your purpose is.
To see what you deserve.
You know what I'm saying? And, actually walk in his purpose. But it comes with that self-love first, that rooted issue. We don't have mommy issues and just daddy issues. We got parental issues. We got trauma that we deal with. You got women who go through postpartum that don't even know it because it's not even talked about when you're going to an OBGYN to go for your checkups. This is real. So it comes to that self-love. And this is what this platform is for. So we don't want y'all to just view in and just, see. You could DM us, You can talk to us because we want the level of self-depression, suicidal to go down. And what those things, like I said, with her book, her journal, even with her novel on Amazon, it may be something small in pages, but guess what? It's so much in depth of information that it can help somebody. It can be something small. So like I say, It's not about just sitting here talking. We got a lot of platforms out here just talking. We want to get, in depth with you guys. We want to be as transparent as we can be. So like I said, our topic's going to always go back to each other, from self-love to knowing your purpose, to not letting your past predict your future, walking in your divine purpose, all those things, because guess what? These are things that we need to do in order to live good on this earth and to do good and have generational wealth. It's not about the material dollar. It's about that soul, that rooted core. And that's what we are losing.
At a rapid rate.
It's fast.
And I will say this,
Speechless.
I do have to bring this up because when having a meeting about this show, because everything is organized and put together in decency and in order, because
we try to go by the book and God moves you.
Right. So as I was having a meeting with my director about the show and my associate producer, we were at a location. I'm not going to disclose what it was. However, I was handed 3 dirty spoons. And the first spoon, I looked at her like, ma'am, she, attitude, gave me another spoon. Then that was dirty. And I was like, ma'am. Then she gave me another spoon. And she had a real attitude. And before she handed it to me, she was like, well, I don't have any more. So for a moment, I had a moment, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, give me a plastic one. You understand what I'm saying? And then I don't even remember because I kind of blacked out a little bit, but I know we kind of went back and forth, and I told her, you need to chill out. You got an attitude, calm down. It's not that serious. So, I was kind of, not nice a little bit. And she was not being nice either because she had attitude. Make a long story short, as we were talking about the topics for the show that I pray about, that God places on my heart to put together and, based on what Vannita experiences, what I go through, everything's already lined up. Anyway, so it's all about self-love. It's all about loving others. It was real heavy on loving others. It took everything, and I talked about it. When I got back to the table, I was hot. And I was saying a couple, fleshy things. And I wanted to go back over there and jump over that counter so bad. But God was like, look at you. You over here putting this show together. And this is how you're acting. So, make a long story short, I pushed my flesh to the side. And when I left, when I was walking out, when we were done with our meeting, I went and apologized to her. And I was being obedient. So I went and walked over to her and I said, listen, I'm sorry if I offended you. And she was like, no, I'm sorry to you. And so I could just see her whole facial expression and her whole energy just shift. And that was a beautiful thing to see. So shout out to obedience, not always easy, and I deal with this all the time. I just wanted to give you guys an example of, this is regular. You know what I mean? So again, we're all a work in progress. It's regular. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So yeah. And we are very happy that you tuned in. So I'm wearing my merch, but Vannita's not wearing any more of her stuff. But you can check her stuff out on her Instagram. She'll be having her merch up there soon, right? And what is it? It's V Wellness?
Yes, V Wellness and Spa.
V Wellness and Spa. She's got her specials going on. Make sure you guys check out that Instagram.
I will get a service for free.
Yes. So ladies, make sure y'all check it out. It's very cute. It's very nice. I love it.
Very chill, very calm.
Very nice vibe in there. You real relaxed. She's very good at what she does. So.
I'm all about good vibes.
Good vibes. That's it. We're not doing no weird ass energy over here. Okay. So yes, check her out. And then my merch, of course, I have my hat now. Last episode, I had my sweatshirt on. So that's going to be on queenbosscorner.com real soon. So you guys make sure you check that out. I don't have any bracelets or anything like that on
don't
today.
Don't forget to check out the book on Amazon.
Right. Make sure you guys check out my book, Walking Into Your Divine Purpose. That is on Amazon right now. I will get some hard copies drafted up and put them on the website as well, because I have some people that they're like, ebook, huh? So I'll get some. Right. I'll get some print copies for y'all. So yeah, just check us out. My lip ring just fell out. But we. And I'm so mad because y'all listen. First of all, I'm pissed. Okay, because on the way here, my lip ring fell out. I done went through this whole thing. We done stopped at a store, trying to get another lip ring. Finally got one. Now this one fell out while I'm taping the show.
Life has just been life, and I just want.
I'm just trying to say, like, this is real life. So y'all seeing me with no lip ring, and I don't care. So important to forgive.
So definitely, I mean,
Your blessings are connected to forgiveness.
yeah.
How you gonna win when you ain't right with them?
You're not getting over things, so.
You ain't right with it. Shout out to Lauren Hill, because she said it first. All right, so the next show is the importance of forgiveness. I'm sorry, y'all.
That one was cut. That board.
It was a lot going on the board.
There's a lot going on the board. Dame got a lot going on.
Yeah. Shout out to Dame. Shout out to Will.
Shout
out to the crew. I love y'all. Thank you so much.
We love the viewers.
Yes, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for the support. I see you. I love you. I appreciate you. And
yes,
let's do this journey together. That's what it's all about, doing this